Okay, in a 2012 study, 6 men remained inactive for 3 hours while wearing a cold suit that circulated water with a temperature of 64.4 degrees Fahrenheit over the skin, cold enough to lower their body temperature without causing too much shivering. That way, the researchers could be sure that most of the extra calories burned during those 3 hours were expended by brown fat cells other than quivering muscles. The volunteers burned an extra 250 calories compared with what they would have used up during 3 hours of inactivity at a more typical indoor temperature. Although that may not sound like a lot, an extra 250 calories a day for 2 weeks would consume enough energy to allow a dieter to lose a pound of fat. Even very modest increases in metabolism over a long period can lead to significant weight reduction, says Barbara Cannon, a physiologist at the Werner Gren Institute for Experimental Biology in Stockholm. She was not involved in the study. And let's stop here. Well, these are hard to read. Okay, so basically 3 hours. That's how long these guys had to sit with that suit on at that temperature. I keep my house at roughly 68 degrees, and when I come down in the morning, even sometimes throughout the day, I feel chilled. And I'm used to the cold. I like the cold. I mean, I'm always hot. So imagine 3 hours at 5 or more degrees colder than what I'm keeping it here. I can't even imagine that. I mean, when I wear the belts, 2 hours and it chills my whole body for a little bit, but I couldn't do 3 hours of that with my entire body chilled down that low. And they only basically burn 250 more calories over 3 hours. That's not enough to make you lean, especially since you're probably going to eat a little bit more anyway, without even knowing it, unless you demonstrate some self-discipline and keep yourself from eating, but now you're dieting. So again, you'd be better off just dieting, maybe take the stairs, maybe do a little bit more walking, and you'd lose those same calories and you won't have to be cold. So again, let's continue. In another one, Japanese researchers asked 12 young men with lower than average amounts of active brown fat to sit in a 63 degree Fahrenheit room for 2 hours a day for 6 weeks. At first, the study participants burned an average of 108 extra calories in the cold compared with more normal indoor temperatures. After 6 weeks, however, their bodies were burning an extra 289 calories in the cold. So again, a little increase in calorie burn, but for 2 hours to be that cold or chilled, I personally don't think it's worth it. I mean, I just want to make sure you guys get the facts. I mean, I know a lot of you are buying into this brown fat thing, and it's not what they are cracking it up to be. I mean, I've done it. If you try it, I mean, you'll see. You will not continue to do this. It is too damn cold, and you will not be comfortable. So if it's not comfortable, we're not going to stick with it. Whereas the cryosculptor belt, it's a one-time deal like cool sculpting. You go in there for an hour, and if that's all you want to do, you'll see results in anywhere from 4 to 8 weeks, sometimes longer. I mean, look at the research online, and it'll be the exact same thing. I personally wore it for about an hour and a half or two. It gets cold in the very beginning, then you actually start to go numb. I used to wear it directly to the skin, so for me, I wouldn't recommend that. I actually got cryo burns and stuff, but it didn't leave any scar, and I'll show you some pictures of that, so you can see I'm telling the truth. And I had these burns all across my stomach. I mean, it was like a sunburn, and it would just peel off. So I didn't get any scarring. Not saying you won't, but I didn't. What else? But again, an hour and a half, 2 hours, the cold starts to taper off, so it's not like you're as cold as you were from the get-go. So it's more tolerable. And get this, you only have to do it once, maybe twice. I did it quite a few times because I'm kind of one of those guys. I'm just all in, and I go just extreme. So for me, I wore it 2 or 3 times a week, but it worked. And maybe I got faster results because I did that. I don't know. All I know is it worked. Nothing has ever worked like this before, ever. Diets, exercise, nothing. So check out the other videos. Check out our website. We got tons of information there. As I find out more information, I'll keep posting videos. I just want to make sure you guys get the facts. I don't want to be lumped into this same pool of people promoting this brown fat activation. Our belts will do that. That's not what they're intended for. We look at it as, look, let's go in, let's just get the job done, get rid of those cells permanently like cool sculpting does, and get on with your life. Then wear the belt from time to time if you need to. If not, again, simple. No more cold, done. So tell all your friends. check out our belt and support us. Thanks a lot.